You've probably noticed that young people dream of being rich, and rich people dream of being young. Billionaires with deep pockets are betting big in companies that promise to keep people younger for longer. One of the biggest winners of the past decade was renewable energy and electric cars, which experienced exponential growth. But this next decade, investors are betting big on space travel and anti-aging. Billionaires such as the co-founder of Google, Larry Page, PayPal's Peter Thiel, Larry Ellison, Yuri Milner, and even Jeff Bezos himself have been eyeing these companies. Well, in today's video, we are exploring this phenomenon and why anti-aging technology is about to take over. What technology makes this a trillion-dollar market? Why are they promising to add 50 years to the normal human lifespan? And if you stick around till the end, we will tell you the companies you need to observe if you plan on investing in this industry. Welcome to another project. We make essay videos on topics such as business, startups, and innovation. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be updated every time we upload.
Then moisturizer. Then an anti-aging eye balm followed by a final moisturizing protective lotion.
So why is the anti-aging market so big? From Botox and fillers to microdermabrasion and exfoliation, there are a wide range of procedures available that can make the most of your natural features, which makes this industry extremely profitable. The global anti-aging market is predicted to be worth $421 billion by 2030. According to P&S Intelligence, the market is expected to grow at annual growth rate of 8.1%, which is reasonably fast compared to its peers. Major celebrities are willing to splurge millions annually getting cosmetic surgery at an earlier age, and predictably, we are going to see younger and younger people having treatments. And that's why there's a new wealthy class of anti-aging enthusiasts who are funding cutting-edge research into technology aimed at slowing, if not outright, reversing the aging process. According to Michael West, a gerontologist and CEO of Ajax Therapeutics, whenever you meet a fundamental human need, there's a market, and in this case, the market for age-related disease and aging is a trillion-dollar market.
If you're imagining all the wonderful things you can do with succulent strawberries, we bet it never occurred to you that their acid might penetrate into the pores of your face, helping to drive out the grease deposits.
Why is this industry about to take over? Yuri Milner is a Russian-born billionaire who made a fortune investing in companies such as Facebook and Mail.ru, and last October, he gathered a large group of scientists in his supermansion in the Los Altos hills above Palo Alto. As a science enthusiast, Milner started the glitzy black tie breakthrough prizes, giving $3 million awards each year to outstanding physicists, biologists, and mathematicians. And this time around, experts took the stage to describe radical attempts at rejuvenating animals. This led to the formation of Altos Labs, a company pursuing biological reprogramming technology, as a way to rejuvenate cells in the lab that some scientists think could be extended to revitalize entire animal bodies, ultimately prolonging human life. Jeff Bezos saw the potential of this company and invested an undisclosed amount for recruiting a large cadre of university scientists with lavish salaries. This certainly isn't the first time that high-profile billionaires have invested in this industry. In 2013, Google co-founder Larry Page invested in a longevity company known as Calico Labs. Its approach to anti-aging research was rather interesting to say the least, showing that altering a single DNA letter in a laboratory roundworm made it live 6 weeks instead of 3. Calico has a super-secretive company that 8 years in, it hasn't published anything of note, rebuffs journalists, and asks visiting scientists to sign non-disclosure agreements. The board behind Altos Labs, however, is the most promising yet, with people such as Richard Kloster, who is known for organizing large and lucrative financial bets on new biotechnologies. Another one is Dr. Shinya Yamanaka and Jennifer Doudna, who shared a Nobel in 2020 for their co-discovery of genome editing, which is the technology that gives scientists the ability to change an organism's DNA. Juan Carlos Belmont also joined a stellar group of experts on board. He is a Spanish biologist who restored vision in blind mice by rejuvenating old cells. Why do wealthy individuals want to extend their lifespan? One of these companies' biggest ambitions is to extend the lifespan of a normal human up to 50 years. Even though this may seem like unrealistic and greedy, it's actually not if you put into consideration the dropping birth rate and rising aging population. These two statistics mean the level of productivity will drop as years go by and as the majority of the population will not be able to work. The burden on governments to sustain the aging population will be heavy. According to the UN, globally, the share of the population aged 65 years or over increased from 6% in 1990 to 9% in 2019. That proportion is projected to rise further to 16% by 2050, so that 1 in 6 people in the world will be aged 65 years or over. Population aging is driven by declines in fertility and improvements in health and longevity. In more developed countries, declines in fertility that began in the early 1900s have resulted in current fertility levels below the population replacement rate of 2 live births per woman. A good example of this is China has seen declining birth rates in recent years. The fertility rate in 2020 hit a record low of 1.35, meaning that for every woman, only an average of 1.35 children are born. Experts attribute the decline to the waning of the effects of the 2015 relaxation of the one-child policy. Another reason is because women today have more rights than ever, giving them autonomy over their own bodies and sexuality, which means they can choose to pursue their careers. Women today no longer feel the pressure to raise a family like their older counterparts. As a global issue, population aging is relatively new. For most of human history, fertility and mortality were both high. The demographic transition theory describes a society's transition away from these high levels to low fertility and low mortality. Most of the elderly around the world are poor and live near or below the poverty line. They typically find themselves disoriented at being confronted about their health or not being able to access needed medicine or healthcare services. An 80-year-old is 40 times as likely to die from cancer as someone middle-aged. The risk for Alzheimer's rises by 600 times. But what if it were possible to postpone all these deaths by treating aging itself? So, the need to live longer, healthier, and more productive lives is a natural instinct for us to not only survive, but to thrive. So as scientists put it, aging is the most fundamental unsolved problem in biology. What are other companies interested in extending human life? Life Biosciences is a company developing innovative therapies to transform how we treat diseases by targeting aging biology. Others include Turn Biotechnologies, Agex Therapeutics, and Shift Bioscience in the UK, although these efforts have not yet led to any treatments tested on people in clinical trials. They are investing a lot in research. They are using a method known as deduction, which means specifically ticking off the major organs and tissues, for instance skin, muscle, and brain, to see which we can rejuvenate. So look them up and pay close attention to these companies for at least the next decade. And if we're right, remember you heard it here for the first time on another project. We appreciate you for watching this video, and we hope that you learned something new. Please make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bells so you never miss a well-curated video like this every time we upload. We have an entire playlist if you'd like to peep more into the future. You can watch it by clicking here. Until next time.